In this video, we're going to talk about how much you actually need to save for a house. So if you're looking to buy a house, what is the typical down payment and how much do you need? The most common loans are an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down, or a conventional 3% down loan. These two are both 3.5% and 3% down respectively. What I do recommend is you have the savings, not just for the down payment, but also for closing costs, as well as reserves on the property. This number that I like to look at is anywhere in the ballpark between 7 to 12%. So the down payment is not just the entire payment you need for the property. That's gonna be one chunk of how much you're gonna need. Most likely gonna be a 3.5% FHA loan, which you could own or occupy and rent out, or it's for a 2 to 4 unit, or a 3% down conventional. That's typically used for a single family property. In addition to that, you will be paying closing cost on the property. If you are in an FHA loan, which I'm in now, I'm in the process of refinancing that FHA loan. What that's gonna do for me is I'm gonna really get rid of all the mortgage insurance I am paying since it's a low money down loan. So I'm gonna save a couple hundred a month, but that's down the line. For an FHA loan, you could only have one at a time, and you have that mortgage insurance for the life of the loan. It does not automatically fall off. So for FHA, it is smart to refinance once you have the equity in the property. Next, the 7 to 12% formula is I'm looking at overall, how much are you going to be comfortable with? So for repair hits, you're not freaking out or anything like that. One tip is you may not have to pay the entire closing cost depending on your offer. If you are using either 3.5% FHA or 3% conventional, it is possible, depending on the scenario, you are able to write in that offer, seller will pay $5,000 towards buyer closer costs, or seller will pay X amount towards the buyer's closing costs. And what that's gonna do for you is less money out of pocket. This is an agent who knows how to help the buyer write the offers effectively. So instead of anywhere from 7 to 12%, that may be closer down to 7%. As an example here, we have a $300,000 house. Our down payment is 3.5%, so it is an FHA loan. That's in the ballpark of $11,000 for the down payment. And our closing costs are typically 2 to 3% of the value. And that's gonna equal anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000 in closing costs. So we can already see our payment is around that $20,000 ballpark of what you should have saved to buy that first property. I always like to have a reserve or a CapEx fund. And this is really just so within a year, you have this fund where you are putting money down in the property, you have $1,000 or so, $2,000 or so saved. And if you have to make a repair on a chimney, or make an electrical repair, or make a repair on a boiler, that's where you already have the money, so you're not scrambling around and trying to figure out where did this money come from. So I like to put in that as a safety net mechanism when you buy property, so you don't have to freak out when you have repair bills or anything like that. Now, a time frame for saving, this is gonna be different for everyone. It could be anywhere from 6, 12, 24, 36 months to save for the down payment on the property. The best way to start saving is either reduction of your monthly expenses or an increase in income. Now, it is definitely hard to increase income, but a reduction of monthly expenses can typically happen. I know personally, I spend way too much money on food, which is not the smart thing to do, but it's something that I can work on in order to drop my expenses to increase my income. Now, hopefully this video was helpful and you can see in a nutshell, you're really looking at the ballpark of a first-time buyer between 3.5% on an FHA loan or 3% on a single family. FHA could be used for a multifamily 2 to 4 unit property. It's more of an investment loan considerably compared to a 3% down single family. So both are options. In this example, we use $300,000 house, and the number we need to remember is 7 to 12% total overall saved for the property.